This week in crypto wrapped up with more volatility and some intriguing developments. Get comfortable and get ready for a recap of the 3 biggest stories making waves on the blockchain this week. Stick around to the end as we cover Binance's massive Bitcoin buy for their SAFU fund, cooler than expected US inflation data that briefly boosted the Bitcoin price, and the ongoing market bleed with Bitcoin still under pressure amid broader risk-off sentiment. We'll also touch on institutional moves, a big miner sell-off, regulatory updates, and why some are saying that this bear market feels different than the past crypto winters. Welcome to Trade Crypto Today. I'm your host, Ellie, and I'm a crypto enthusiast and content creator by day, power slap, and mixed martial arts competitor by night. Follow me on X for more, and let's dive in. Kicking off with some regulatory and industry vibes, ongoing talks around crypto market structure legislations hit some roadblocks this week. Industry sources note that the clock is ticking for 2026 passage, with the key sticking points around stablecoin yields and potential conflicts of interest tied to high-profile figures like President Trump. This concern was sparked by shocking news of a United Arab Emirates entity buying a 49% stake in World Liberty Financial, the Trump family DeFi project. Trump later came out saying that he was unaware of this, a statement that left crypto users and legislators both scratching their heads. At the same time of writing, odds of the Clarity Act passing in 2026 sit around neutral at 62% on Polymarket. Meanwhile, the SEC Chairman Atkins announced a joint SEC-CFTC effort on Project Crypto to develop a token taxonomy for clearer regulations, signaling potential bridges towards legislation like the Clarity Act. Mike Selig, chair of the Commodities and Future Trading Commissions, also teased possible exemption for market participants conducting on-chain transactions. These policy moves continue to be very important narratives as TradFi moves closer and closer to coming fully on-chain. Right in the step with the fear that has dominated the market so far in Q1 of the new year. Crypto Potato reports a huge slap in the face to Bitcoin miners, writing that miner offloads $305 million of Bitcoin as network difficulty sees sharp decline. The past few weeks have been tough on miners as well, especially in some regions due to the severe weather. One of the larger entities in the field, Cango, disclosed that it had sold over $300 million worth of Bitcoin amid rising pressures and falling profitability metrics. Shifting to markets, the global crypto scene continues its rough patch. Bitcoin has been on track for its 4th straight week decline, hovering around $67,000 to $68,000 after dipping near last week's lows. The total market cap sits around $2.37 trillion, with the Bitcoin dominance at 59.15%. Volatility is still well underway, driven by the macro environment, including tech sell-offs, AI fears, and risk-off movements in equities and precious metals. Analysts point to a controlled deleveraging of the market rather than full capitulation, but sentiment is cautious, with some like Durabit saying that long-term rally is broken until Bitcoin reclaims $85,000. JP Morgan remains positive on institutional inflows, driving a recovery later in 2026. But since when do crypto users care what JP Morgan says anyways? I mean, there's always some in our space who just want to get back to the good old days of disintermediation. Translation? Kick out the banks. But the real headline grabber this week? Binance converted its entire $1 billion SAFU fund into Bitcoin, snapping up about 15,000 Bitcoin over recent weeks. This is Binance's secure asset fund for users to set aside to protect user assets against catastrophic events. Safeguards are standard practice for exchanges in a post-FTX crypto world. This massive buy signals strong confidence from one of the biggest players in the space amid the downturn. Paired with the US January CPI coming in lower than expected, cooling inflation that briefly pushes Bitcoin above $69,000 on Friday morning. Time will tell whether or not the market is just settling sideways in the $65,000 to $72,000 range with little net changes week over week. Despite the positive data, Bitcoin still suffers from broader pressure, liquidization, and fading conviction in the near term. With the 200-week moving average for Bitcoin still sitting at around $58,000, many are still expecting another big flush lower. Inflation cooling from 2.7% to 2.4% year over year is a great step in the direction of the Fed's 2% target. Yet, it still seems unlikely this will change sentiment overnight. Honorable mentions this week include BlackRock's Build tokenized fund integrating with Uniswap. Crypto Potato reported BlackRock Build funds hit Uniswap as governance token Uni jumped 40%. The largest decentralized exchange partnered with Securitize to make BlackRock's USD institutional digital liquidity fund available for trading via Uniswap X. The news sent shockwaves through the Uni community, with the token surging up to 40% within minutes. This isn't the first time in the new market that we've seen Uniswap surge out of nowhere. During all the news of the World Liberty Financial launch by the Trump family, Uni was putting up some serious gains. It was topping the list of the biggest gainers for several weeks. Robinhood is launching a public testnet for their Ethereum Layer 2 chain on Arbitrum, and there are ongoing bank crypto clashes over stablecoin yields with no resolution yet. Plus, UBS prepping Bitcoin and Ethereum trading for private clients in Switzerland, and institutions like BlackRock are posting high-level crypto rolls, showing that the convergence trend between TradFi and crypto isn't dead despite the pain in the market right now. If you want to see more technical analysis, breakdowns for Bitcoin, and top altcoin setups, plus these weekly wrap-up videos, subscribe to Trade Crypto today. Check out all the links in the description below designed to help take your crypto trading to the next level. If you found value in this video, drop your thoughts in the comments down below, slap that like button, knock out that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. That's all I've got. My name is Ellie, and have a great rest of your day. Get rich or get wrecked.